Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fernando and Freddy show. I'm Fernando.
And I'm Freddy.
Oh, hello, Freddy.
Hello, Fernando. So you said you had
So,
something you wanted to tell me?
yes. Um, being like in quarantine and everything, and reading and doing different things that I normally don't do as much of. Um, I was reading this article which I thought was super interesting. So about this Colorado man who won the lottery twice. But not only did he win the lottery twice, he won $1 million each time, and he won them both in the same day.
What? In the same day?
The same day, March 25th. So, this Colorado man, he had played the lottery using the same numbers for 30 years. It's in Pueblo County, and he won twice. So I don't know if he was playing like Powerball or whatever he was playing. I mean, I'm not going to say it was only $1 million. I mean, $1 million is a lot of money, but I mean, in some cases where like
Wait.
the jackpots are going up to
He,
like 250 million. What's that?
he won a total of 1 million, or he
No,
won.
he won a total of 2 million.
Oh, nice.
Right. So, um,
Did he lose?
I,
Well, oh no, this is before the. I know what that was during quarantine, then, wasn't it?
mhm, yeah.
Oh, what a nice win! Imagine, like, screw this. I'm
So,
going to my new island.
right. So, I was just kind of like researching, and I'm like, that'd be like really cool. I mean, even to win $1 million, I mean, that's a crap ton of money, right?
Yeah.
So I was kind of doing the research on it, and I was like, well, what are like tax laws when you win the lottery? Like, how much money do they take out? So when you win the lottery, tax law is 37%. So you get taxed 37% on your lottery winnings, right? But
Uh-huh. Wait.
it was
What if you put it
what's that?
into a trust?
I don't
Because
know
the
actually.
Yeah, because the trusts usually have different tax. Well, depending on when you did the trust. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well, straight up, it's going to be a 37% percent, right? But the lottery only takes out when you get paid, they only deduct 24%. So there's a 13% difference. So that you're responsible
Wait,
to
wait, wait.
pay.
So you have to pay an initial 36%, and then you have to pay an additional 20.
No. So they when you win the lottery and you collect your money, they only take out 24% for taxes. But you're responsible to pay 37%. So at the end of the year, so like say, this what I won the lottery today, for example, and when I go to
Did
file
you?
my taxes, no, I wish. And when I go to file my taxes next year, next April, that is when they're going to say, okay, well, this $1 million is, income, so you got to still pay 13% tax on
Okay,
this
get
amount of
to
money.
the. Hold on, hold on. Get to the good part. What are you going to buy me, or how much are you giving me? Or are you going to do both?
So I was actually like doing like other research and reading about because it was actually really, really interesting like to read these lottery stories.
You
And I
left
was
me on
reading
read.
a read.
I'm sorry, Red. I said read. Yeah, you left me on red.
Well, one of the main things it said is one of the main things it said was you got to be careful what you tell people, like your promises. Like you and I can be talking about this right now.
Oh, that's
You're
why
like,
you're
oh
not
yeah,
telling
Freddie, you
me?
know what? If I win the lottery,
Wait, is that why
no,
you're
I'm,
not
I'm
telling
just I'm
me?
using this as an
Because you don't want
example.
me to sue you?
No, listen. So you got to be very careful what you say because even the smallest thing, like if you say something to a coworker, or whatever, these things that are just said in passing, or things that are said are then taken, and people can say like, "Oh, we had a verbal agreement that oh, he said if he ever won the lottery, he was going to give me half," or whatever the thing is. So you got to be very careful what you say because they can then turn them into an oral agreement, right?
Can they? But is that all states, or is that just where California?
I don't know actually. I'm sure it probably covers a lot of different states. I'm sure it's not just like a California type thing. But I was reading another one where it was talking about like these friends 20 years ago, had talked about the lottery, whatever, all about winning, and they would split it, whatever. They didn't do anything, like they didn't go in on this ticket together, whatever. This guy
Uh-huh.
wins, and his friend then sues him for a portion of it 20 years after they had discussed it.
And what happened?
He won.
The friend won?
The friend won.
How much did he win?
I don't know. I didn't read all the details. But you got to think too. There's going to be like lawyer fees, court costs, and all that other stuff. But
Oh, well, good thing you already told me you'd give me money.
I'll give you some money. I'll
I know, but that's the smart thing is you just don't have to say the amount. That's why
Well, that's the scary part.
no, because that's the smart part because that's what what they do in wills is you purposely never give someone no money because then they can argue that you had something wrong or you forgot or you misunderstood. You purposely leave them like $1 just so that you did intentionally leave them money and that they can't contest any part of it. No,
I
that's what
left
you
you a
really do when
dollar.
you have an estate. Yeah, you literally leave people you don't like $1 so they can't sue your estate for more money.
Um, so that's why, like, I was, like reading through other things. It's like, be careful what you say. Like,
I
even to
want the
friends.
3 foot. No, I want the 5 foot long nachos. I want three Dorito Gordita crunches.
I'll
I
buy you some
want
bees, Freddie. How about that?
no, I can make bees. I'm already. Oh, did I tell you I ordered some new queen bees that are
Did
coming
you?
on the 18th? Yeah, yeah, really.
Hmm.
Sorry, I forgot we're
Wow.
live. I keep talking to you like we're. I totally forgot we're live right now.
At
Okay.
least you didn't say something that you shouldn't have. Um. So, Freddie. So, there was another article, and it was talking about this liquor store owner. So, this liquor store apparently had said that they fronted this lady money so she could buy her lottery ticket, right? So, the lady wins here in California. She won $1 million, right? And apparently, the liquor store owner said, "Oh yeah, we had an agreement that if she won, she was in the split 350,000, 350,000." And the lady was like, "What? No, I never agreed on that." But I guess the liquor store owner ended up winning, so she had to split the money 350,000.
Whoa.
That's yeah,
So now you're
and I
not.
mean,
So this kind of defeats the question I just wanted to ask you because I
what's
was going
that?
to ask you. So you win. Let's say you win like the Powerball and it's like 400 million. Who do you give money to? But now you're not going
So
to answer because you don't want to be sued.
here's my lottery ticket. So I never, ever, ever like really
Don't
played
show
like
your
this kind of.
numbers.
Why?
Don't.
Oh, so everyone will
Because
know.
what if someone's yeah? Because then what if someone plays those numbers and then they win too and you lose half your jackpot?
Oh, hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
because they
well,
played your numbers.
well, this one actually, that Powerball, it was for Wednesday. I didn't win.
Oh,
Um, Hang on, look at so with the
how much was
lottery,
the? What, hold on, how much was that
a do-
jackpot?
uh, I don't know how much that jackpot was, but I'm looking up the numbers right now. Right, so
Okay.
Powerball, for tomorrow's drawing is 68 million.
Oh, I would love. Can I tell you something about the country where I live? I know I always have to talk about everywhere I've been. Uh, you pay no taxes on lottery winnings in here in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, I know in
Dang.
Spain in France, yeah, you don't pay any tax on it. And you also don't pay tax
On
on
any?
artwork on any lottery.
Oh,
Yeah. So if I win
I don't
like
get
let's
how
say it was like
artwork incorporated into that, but
well, when the rich people are in power, they make smart laws so that they don't have
yeah.
to pay tax on their artwork. So they can buy artwork for
Uh,
hundreds of millions of dollars, pay no tax on it.
huh.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
they can hold their money in art. And I think
Okay.
forest as well. They can buy like wood forest as an investment and pay no tax.
Hmm.
Yeah, and forests are actually big
Interesting.
money if you didn't know that. Wood is you make a
Logging?
lot of money. Yeah, logging. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to have our fireplaces.
I think it's more for building homes, but okay, so go ahead
Oh.
with the lottery.
There was another article, and this one actually it was a big case in Alabama, and it was Dickerson versus the commissioner. Pretty much in an Alabama Waffle House, this customer gave a waitress a lottery ticket. Do you know how much money she ended up winning
Alabama.
in Alabama? Do you know
I
how
have a
much?
an Alabama. I'd imagine it's probably like 100,000 or something.
10 million.
Ooh,
This girl
at
won
a
the
Waffle
10.
House.
Yeah. So her customer gave her a ticket. I don't know how much the ticket was, maybe $1, $2, whatever, maybe $5. I don't know. But she ended up winning $10 million off of that ticket. The customer
And I
comes
can sure
back
the
and then
customer sued him.
Right. So, moral of the story: if you win the lottery,
Tell
don't
no
tell
one.
anybody. Right.
You know what I would do if I win the lottery? Well, I'm probably going to announce it on our show so we get more subscribers.
and
Um,
then
so I can monetize.
everyone's gonna say, "Hey, wait a minute. He promised to pay me if I subscribed."
I can tell you right now, I promised no one. No one. There's
No
actually,
one has any stake.
yeah, no, because I've always said if I ever, because I've already spoken to my grandma about this, like when the lottery was like 370 or something like that million, we were like, what would we do with the money? And she's like, I'm sending you a jet so you can come home. And and I laughed and I said, well, actually, what we would do is we'd put it all into a trust so that we would never have to worry about giving people money, because then the trust would distribute the money to the beneficiaries. So that way, we'd also lower our taxes, and we would just invest it. We would do all kinds of things, and we would basically just hoard wealth like all the wealthy people do.
So, Freddie, if you were to win, so let's just say
Yeah.
I'm going to look back at these numbers again real quick, right?
Okay.
So the Super Lotto Plus is the least. It's 26 million. Mega Millions is 231, and the Powerball is 68 million. Okay,
Wait, the Mega
so
Millions is 231. Did you play the Mega Millions?
yeah, I played all of them. So Mega Millions is the next one, and this one is tonight. The Mega. I'm going to cover my numbers so nobody can buy my
No,
same
no, don't
ticket.
show me. You don't have to show me. We know you got
But
it.
so I did this one. This one's for tonight. So we're gonna see how that goes.
Okay. Oh, wait, how about this?
But
You can say this, Fernando. Are we going on a vacation?
oh, we're gonna go on vacation, Freddie. So, for example, if you won just the Powerball, 68 million, no big deal, right?
Oh,
Cash
yes,
value of 55,600,000. Um,
yes.
so if you were to win that, you won that 68 million. What is the first thing you would buy?
I'm buying the camera that I was telling you about. The camera in HD. Um,
Was that like the $15,000 camera?
yeah, there's a 15,000. You didn't have to tell the price, Fernando. I'm buying that camera. I'm buying that camera so we can shoot this show in incredible high definition with color coding and everything you could imagine with all the bells. Then, well, that's not the only thing I'm buying, because I have to buy the lights, the mics. We're gonna need more batteries. We're gonna need. I mean, pretty much the whole set is gonna cost me probably about like. Well, I'm not gonna tell how much. It's gonna cost me a whole lot of money, but our show is gonna be. So I would do
And we
that
won't
because
have this lag anymore.
yeah. Well, no. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I would be able to upgrade to the fiber optic cable here
Hmm.
if it
So
would ever come. Yeah, not even available yet, but yeah.
So there's two different types of ways of getting the money, right? So when you win the lottery, so say you win that high amount, so what would it 68 million? And I
Yeah.
said that the cash value was 55,600,000. So
Oh,
when
actually,
you
no. Sorry, I just think I was like, no. I buy a house, of course, a big house, and then one
with
of
an
the
extra
rooms
room
where the
for a
pool.
studio,
How'd you know? Yeah, and then you could live in the pool house, but the pool house would probably be like a 5 bedroom house in itself, and like that, we could just shoot all the time.
oh, in the pool house, in my house.
Well, no, in my house. Well, I'm not going to take away one of your rooms if you have 5 rooms and I have 50. I mean, come on, Fernando. I'm not going to be
Oh,
that mean.
we're getting the castle, huh?
Well, we're getting the mini ponies. We're gonna walk our mini
Oh,
ponies and do our show, and it's gonna be cool because we're gonna have fun.
so back to taking the money, right? So there's two ways of doing
Okay.
it. There is, where you can get the annuity where they pay you out yearly, or you can take the cash sum. So when you take the annuity, you're getting, a yearly payment where they're paying you out, once a year, a certain amount of money, and typically it's, around like $2 million a year. Which I mean, you could totally live on that. That's a lot of money, right?
That's not enough. Who can live off of 2 million?
Oh, who can live off of 2 million now? Or
I'm
you can
rich now. I
take
need more money.
or you can take the lump sum, right? So out of that money, you're going to be losing a crap ton, losing, right? Just taking a lesser amount. What would you prefer to do? Would you want to go off of that $2 million a year, or would you take that 55 straight up?
Well,
Because
this is
that's you'd be
difficult
losing
because if you know
13 million. You'd be
you're not
losing
losing
13
anything
million.
because you have to think about it from like an accounting standpoint. You have to think
Mhm.
about compound interest, and compound
Right.
interest is always going to be far better than taking the annuity, which you're not getting any interest on your. I don't know if you do
Right.
get interest on your money. Don't forget. Do you see the comment? We won't forget about you. Um, well, I would say compound interest is going to bring me a lot more money, and especially at the age I'm at now, so I still have time to really. I mean, it depends on how old I am. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yeah.
say I'm like 50 or 60, then no, then I take the lump sum.
Mhm.
So I'm not there yet. I'm not close there, so I can go ahead and take the annual payment. But then again, that compound interest is amazing. Um, but then again, it depends on how much money I need. How big is my life going to become? Am I going to be like? I probably think I'll probably just stay the same, except that I want to have a maid again, and no, I want two maids. I want two maids, and I want a head gardener because I want, I want one of those like Martha Stewart gardens. I want there to be
You wouldn't
green
do that.
year round.
You
Hmm?
wouldn't do that yourself?
Well, no, like I said, I do it like Martha Stewart. I'd have my team who's going to do it for me, but I'm going to plan it. So I'm going to travel the world getting exotic and rare things for my garden. But then again, it depends on where my house is going to be. Yeah, see, I'm dreaming big now.
Right. So I would take the lump sum. I would lose that 13 million and I would take that
Mhm,
55,600,000
mhm.
and I would go from there. Because when you take that 55 million, I mean, how much of that do you really need right away? Even if you were to take 5 million of that and just put it into the stock market, you lose it, you lose it. I mean, you have 50 million of it, right?
Yeah,
But what if you invested it in those stocks that we were talking about earlier today or yesterday and boom, you're just going to win that
yeah.
13 million back. So,
Oh, you're going to get more
um,
than 13 million.
right. So, I mean, you could definitely, come up with quite a bit more. But
Yeah. So what are you going to do after that? So you're going to well, you never told me what the first thing you're going to buy.
the first thing, okay, so we've been looking at this boat,
Uh-oh.
and uh oh, yeah, this is a big oh. So it's the Tesla of the
Yeah.
sea. It's a silent yacht, and do you know how much it costs?
Probably about 13 million.
Oh no, way less than that. It's doable. It's actually doable in our future. It's 1.5 million.
A yacht for 1.5 million? How small
Yeah.
is this thing?
I forget how big it is. It's not huge. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
there's probably no
massive, but I mean,
there's
what's
no
that?
crew. There's no crew on
No,
this
no, no,
yacht, is there?
no.
Yeah, then that's not a
This
yacht.
is
That's
just
you just
us.
want a boat.
No, it's a yacht. It's definitely a yacht.
No, I
Um,
know. I'm joking with
it's like a 5 bedroom. I mean, it's super nice. A whole bunch
you.
of
Ooh,
solar
you got to
panels on
come
it.
here in summertime and go on some of these yachts if you're lucky enough to get invited. And wow. Wow, yeah.
Well, I mean, this is
Like
wow. Like this is an amazing house. Like, I mean, even this little thing on land, I mean, would be amazing to live in. But the cool thing with this is it is 100% solar panel, right? So it charges everything.
mm,
And what?
I have friends who live on yachts,
Uh
and
huh.
the solar power is never close to like they have so much trouble. And these are people who like live in the Caribbean, and they're always telling me like I'm always like, oh yeah, I want to buy this solar charger for my phone. They're like, it'll take you like 2 days to charge your phone.
No,
So
that's not true at all. Because I mean, depending on what
for you
panels
know,
they have, because
they're living
I,
on they're
but
living on
depending
the
on
yacht
what
right now.
kind, right? But what kind of solar panels do they have? Do they have a full roof of solar panels? Because
This is a
most,
guy who's like a really big sailor. He's been a sailor like most of his life. They've sailed all around the world, and he explains to me, he's like, you have solar panels will frustrate you to no end because they can never give you the correct output. And he was telling me something about because this is why I was telling you about the difficulties when like investing in solar energy because of I don't know if it's the ballast he was telling about, but whatever the special thing is they always burn out. You can never get the maximum power because of this little component that is very expensive and breaks very
mm,
easy. And when you're living on a yacht, like they had a refrigerator that went out,
mhm.
and it's a 2 week wait, and you're in the Caribbean sun, and it's really it's not as
Oh, for
easy as
that
I thought it would
piece.
be to living on a yacht. Well, it's more you have to sail to another island, and then if they don't have it, you have to order it, and so you have to take the time to sail there. You have to see if they have it, they don't
Now,
have it, and everything is
when you're
so expensive when
when you're
you're
saying sailing, does he actually have like a sail, like a sailboat, or is it like engine gas powered?
both. You can do both
Okay.
on his,
Well, just because
but
what
it's
I'm
big.
thinking,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
What
go
I'm
ahead.
thinking though is he might not have like it's probably completely different because like with this kind of a boat, if you have the sail is huge and it's going to block your solar panels. So that's going to be a big problem with an actual sailboat and actually having solar panels. I've actually, I don't know if I told you, like about a year ago, I took up sailing. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
Oh, so I'm almost certified. I just have to get back into it and finish it. I just haven't had the time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna one
But
up you here
what's
because
that?
when I was working in the south of France, this lady kept trying to get me to join her crew on her yacht, and I was like, "No, I don't know how to sail." And she was like, "No, but you're fun. I think you would be great for my crew." And I was like, "No, I can't." And her friend was like, "You should do it, Freddie. She's
Yeah.
really great. She's like, she'll get you an amazing job after." And I almost did it, but I gave her my CV. But
Your CB, your radio?
no, 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 my resume. Sorry, I said CV like in
Oh,
Europe. Yeah,
I'm
but she was
like your CB radio. What?
no CV, but she really
Oh,
wanted me to join her team. I should have done it.
interesting. Well, I actually looked at buying a sailboat, and I really, really wanted to, and I was like, wow, this would be super cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, the ones I was looking at were like 15 grand, 30, 15 to 30 grand. Um, and I actually even contemplated on, I'm like, wow, I can get rid of my apartment. I can go live on this boat for a year, pay it off.
Yeah.
And I mean, even in port, just in berth, and just that's will be my home for a year or two. I decided against it, and actually, I'm very glad that I decided against it. But when looking at different sailboats and different things like that, there's different size solar panels, and on typically on a sailboat, there are very very small solar panels.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that it's going to be a huge difference with what your friend's boat is versus the boat that I'm talking about. But
Uh
with this boat, you got to look it up. I'll send you a link to it later on. You can see all
okay.
about it. But it's super super cool. And I mean, it doesn't go very fast. I think it was like 5 or 6 knots. So it's going to be
Yeah.
equivalent to a sailboat. And it does have a diesel generator, diesel engines actually. So that way, if you do want more speed or if there's not enough sun, you can actually switch to that. But they're super, super, super cool, amazing boat. And so that's what we've been looking at. But I will say
Hold on.
also,
I
what?
was going to tell you one other thing is a saying um that I've heard often in my line of work. Um Not from me, from other people saying it. If it floats, flies, and F's, rent it, don't buy it because it costs too much.
Right? Oh, I'm
Have you
actually
ever heard
reading
that saying?
through right now. Hold on. Um, I'm looking at actually on Facebook comments right now. Yes, Mark, we would love for Steve to join us and cook for us on the boat. That would be an amazing opportunity. Steve, you are welcome to come cook for us. You can be our private chef if we have enough money in the bank
Oh,
when we win the lottery. So looks like we're gonna have a private chef for a little while.
that would be
Steve is
nice.
an amazing, amazing. Where did you go? Can you see me?
Who? Yeah, I can see you. Are you talking to
You.
me or are you talking to
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So to you. Yeah. So my friend Mark just commented on here and he's volunteering his husband. So I think we just found our chef.
How fun. You got a chef.
But going back real quick, so I will say I did have a solar panel charger. This is like a small little box. It was like this big, and it was portable, and it was an amazing thing. You just stick it in the sun. It was like $60 at Best Buy, and it charged my phone. I don't know how, like it worked indoors too. Like it worked from regular light bulbs.
Yeah.
Never had to
That's
plug this
that's
thing into the
normal.
wall. Yeah. So if you can get one at a decent price and it has good reviews, I would recommend you getting one because it was an amazing thing.
Well, that was the thing is that I wanted to buy one because I was like, I'm always outside and I hate having to search for a charger here.
Hmm.
And I always have battery packs with me, so I wanted to get one. And that was the friend I was talking about who lived on the yacht.
Yeah.
He's like, never works. He's like, I bought three of them. He's like, I'll give them to you. He's like, you'll see.
I
So,
wonder. I wonder if maybe they're just different, or
well,
something.
he bought. He's really he's like probably one of the smartest people I know. Like one of these guys who can literally just watch something and
I'm
make
losing you.
anything or do anything. Like, he's like he wanted to learn how to sail, so he found a guy who's building boats, worked with a guy for a year, learned how to build a boat, and then picked up sailing and then started sailing around the world when he was a kid.
Interesting. I'm sending a link right now. Oh, it posted. Did you see it?
Yeah, you sent it on
So
Facebook and Instagram, or not Instagram, YouTube.
yeah, just
But
so
I'll look at it after the show.
that way
Okay,
it's
so what else are you
visible.
doing with your money?
Oh, well, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet, but first things first.
Are you gonna? Can you say if you're going to treat your mom or your family or anyone to anything, or is that you don't want to be legally binded to any?
Well, of course. Yeah, family. I mean, I in my head I can think of like a lot of different things that I would do with it. But
Are you going to take me
it's
to
just like,
Souplantation?
oh no, I'm so sad. So those of you tuning in right now, if you didn't know, Souplantation decided yesterday on May 7th that they are officially closing their doors and will not be reopening after the corona. They are closing all their Souplantation and Sweet Tomato locations
But
throughout
wait,
California
but
and everywhere else. What's
but what
that?
about Hometown Buffet and
I know.
and Sizzler?
I didn't think about Hometown Buffet, but I thought about Sizzler, and I was actually
For all you can eat
sad.
shrimp?
No, I don't do that. Sizzler. Okay, so growing up, my dad
Wait
was
a
all
minute, I
about the
just realized
buffet.
something.
What?
What would you eat? Because most people who sail and around the world, they fish a lot, they eat lots of seafood, and you don't eat seafood. Do you know how expensive meat is when you're a sailor?
Well, it just depends because with this boat, I mean, or this yacht, it has a full size kitchen, has a huge fridge, because all of it works off of that solar, and it has. When you see this, you're going to understand what I mean
Okay.
about the
Okay.
solar panels.
Okay. So your
But
dad is a buffet guy.
well, no. So listen. So we would stock up on food, and we could do a lot of canned stuff. Maybe even go vegan. And do a lot of beans for protein.
So
Can
you're
freeze
going to be
some
a
meat.
processed food vegan.
Yeah, can freeze some meat. So we have stuff in the freezer. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You
Um,
hold on before you do all this. You got to go sailing. We can go sailing with my friend for like a week, and I think
okay.
you'll abandon that idea.
When you check out this link that I sent you, you're gonna change your perspective.
No, they've got I'm sure the boat is probably similar to theirs. I was surprised on how big they are. Like he's
Sailboat
like, yeah, I can sleep 10. I was like, 10 people can sleep on
is
this?
this his sailboat?
Yeah. Oh,
Is that
I'm saying
oh
sailboat, but it's not really a sailboat. I don't know what exactly. You could say it was a yacht, I guess, but um,
well, because like these are gonna take like gas. Like a yacht typically is like a gas powered, but they have massive sailboats too, which I think would be an amazing boat to have like a catamaran with a huge like two or three huge sails on it and.
they had a catamaran, and then remember that last huge hurricane?
Mhm.
Um, like it was supposed to hit whatever island they were staying at because um, they were staying on one island, so they said, okay, let's go to this other island because the storm wasn't projected to hit that place. They went to the other island, the storm hit, boom, gone, catamaran, tipped
Oh,
over,
and they. Oh
underwater.
wow. And they
Yeah,
lost
it
it.
was yeah, it was a complete loss because it was destroyed by the storm. It was a I think it was the last storm that was category 5. Like really, he showed me pictures. Like you see the pictures, it's just like devastation everywhere. Every single boat is flipped over, broken in half, turned over. Water's like muddy gray. There's like cars and refrigerators floating next to yachts. Yeah, it was a hectic scene. Okay, so wait, go back to your story about
Oh,
your.
I'm just
Sorry, I
like
keep forgetting that we're live.
I know. I'm just like reading about our comments right now. Hi, Chloe.
How come I
So,
can't see these comments?
oh, because you got to open up Facebook. I just opened up Facebook
Oh,
and then I
okay.
was reading it. So, um, my friend Bree is right. So, I probably would also buy a helicopter. Um,
Oh no,
why?
Kobe.
What?
I'm not
Oh
trying.
my
I said
gosh.
Kobe. I'm not trying to crash. No,
There's just
thank
things you
you.
got to be responsible about. And you
Well,
just you got to fly in good weather. What's
yeah,
that?
but even then. No, I did one time. I had a friend who was becoming a pilot, like the planes that that you used to fly.
Yes.
He was in one of those, and they didn't tell me that they were going to do that training exercise when the plane loses, the engine loses power.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting in the back seat as the plane starts to drop and drop and drop, and we're not anywhere near a runway. So I start to panic, but no one's saying anything, and we just continue to drop and drop and drop, and I start feeling myself because I think I'm going to die at this point. I mean, I was complete panic, but I stayed calm, eerily calm. And I showed the video to some other friends who are like, I never knew you could turn gray.
Uh, they probably were
Because,
doing
oh,
that to mess with you on purpose.
no, he really was training, and it was a really
Oh,
bad windy day as well. And they told me, "Are you sure you want to go up?" And I thought, "Oh no, it's okay. I mean, it's not. It'll just be a little bit of turbulence." And they didn't. It's the first time I'd been on such a small little plane. I'll never do
yeah.
that again. Never.
So I grew up on little planes, and yeah,
Yeah.
they're fun and all, but I really, really, really liked helicopters. And so I think, yeah, Bree is 100% right. If I did win the lottery, I probably would go and do
Get
helicopters
the
and
minicopter.
minicopter, and I think that would be a very good choice to put it on the yacht. But I would be afraid. Could you imagine, like you're out in the middle of the ocean, like going somewhere, and then you just
No.
stop to go fly your helicopter, and then something happens, and you're like, ah,
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
Too scary. Okay. What else are you buying?
I don't know actually. Like I don't know what else I would buy with it.
I just want a staff. That's all I want.
A staff.
I think I'll take the chef, but I need a chef who's going to be able to cook like a whole bunch of different cuisines. Like I need my chef to be like, he needs to cook all the European foods, all the Latin foods, and I need my American classics, and then I need some Asian foods as well. But I mean, I need this guy to be like perfect in everything, like or girl
Do you
or
like desserts
non-conforming.
too?
Ooh, yes.
So you
Yes.
know what?
Well, no, maybe we'll get a second pastry chef.
A pastry. No, it's okay. You can have Steve because Steve is an amazing at both, and he's gonna make you some good desserts too. So I think if you win, we can send them over to you, and they can live in your castle. And with Mark, he'll just talk you up all day, and I think you guys would actually have some good conversations while over there. Steve's in the kitchen cooking, and he'll chime in every now and then.
Yeah, but then my head will swell if I'm getting talked up every day. I will be like those people that, well, I keep
I think
forgetting
you
my life
guys
about to
would.
say something.
I think you guys would get along very well because you talk a lot too.
Oh, that's a low blow. And I met
No,
Steve.
you've
No,
met
I
them
met
before.
Mark. I met them. No, I met Mark before.
Yes.
I didn't meet Steve.
I don't know. Maybe
No.
long,
No.
long, long time ago.
Yeah, it was a very long time ago. Um, yeah, it was a long time ago. Okay, go ahead. You were
Um,
talking about your dad in the buffet.
yes. So, Zelda wants a personal trainer as well, so she's gonna have a live-in
Oh shit.
if she
She doesn't need
wins.
to worry about a personal trainer for you winning the lottery because Ivan Molina Fitness is actually doing a workout today at 1 p.m.
Oh,
I
is
saw
he
his
really?
stories. He's doing his
It's
stories.
his
Oh
free
no, sorry,
Zoom.
Saturday. He's doing it Saturday. Yeah, he's doing his Zoom thing on Saturday because I saw the text that said he had to move it from Sunday because of Mother's Day. So
Oh,
Ivan
I
Molina
forgot.
Fitness. Yeah.
Um, so
Look at me. I plugged your
my friend,
brother. You don't even plug him.
I totally forgot actually. I had seen his one post. Um,
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
so yeah, so growing up, my dad loved buffets, and we would always he just eat so much. Like so, every Saturday as a kid, I remember we would go to Shakeys for their bunch of lunch. So my dad, growing up, he taught tennis.
Bunch of
Yeah, so he taught tennis, and so I was like forced as a kid, like to get up early on Saturday and then go to the park with him for like 5, 6, 7 hours, however long he was teaching for, and then when he was done teaching, we would go to Shakey's, and we would just eat, and they had games, and I'd play some games, um, and then a lot of nights for dinner we would go to Sizzler because you could just get the salad bar, um,
I miss a salad bar.
yeah. Well, I don't
I
think you're
want
gonna
that
have many
restaurant style
opportunities.
ranch. Yeah, but
Restaurant
that's
style
that's
ranch.
finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sadly, if you're just joining us, we were talking about how Souplantation decided yesterday that after the Corona pandemic, they're going to shut their doors for good. They're going to close all their Souplantation and Sweet Tomato locations. So I don't know what was that other one you just mentioned? Sizzler and Hometown Buffet.
Hometown Buffet.
Yeah, I haven't
Um,
been there in a long time. I was actually thinking about Golden Corral. I was like, what is Golden
I've
Corral
never been
gonna
to
do?
Do they have
Golden,
Golden Corral in California?
um, yeah, they do.
I thought that was a Midwest thing.
I don't know. I know they have them here for sure because I've
I've only
been.
been to Hometown Buffet one time. I've been to Sizzler a couple of times, but like long time ago. I think I
Yeah,
was still a kid. I always wanted to go to Shakey's, but I never went to Shakey's.
Shakey's
I
was
just
fun.
remember.
No, wait, no. Kevin and I were at Shakey's, and you picked us up a long time ago.
We're live, Fernando.
Oh, oops. See, this is why this is bad. So Freddie and I, when we do our shows, like we have like all of this commentary in the background, and we just like cut it out when we do our posts. This is why
You
editing
must
takes so
spill
long.
secret. Oh no, my headphone.
Did you lose it?
Hold on, my headphones died.
Oh no! All right. Well, I guess we can wrap this one up then. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Well, I wanted to hear the rest of the story about your dad and the buffet, or you just that
Oh,
was it.
well, I mean that was
Just
pretty
go
much it. And then, um, just kind of from there, we started going to Soup Plantation. And no joke, my dad would eat at Soup Plantation. You could probably say 5, 6 nights a week. Like that was his place. Like he knew the workers there. Like he could, like one of the workers there worked at CVS too, and she would always like come over and talk to us. And yeah, it was kind of like a little family because we were always, always, always there. And my brother, even when he was like 13 years old, my dad would always be like, "Oh no, he's only 8. He's only 8." So we get like the discount. And eventually I'm like, "He looks like he's like 19 already. You cannot be saying that anymore." Um, but my dad, he would also buy gift cards. So like around Christmas time, it'd be like buy $100 gift card, get like a free meal. He'd buy like 500, $600 because he was literally eating there every night for dinner. So I
Oh,
don't
and then
know.
we get it. Oh, that's smart.
Yes, we would get like a few free meals out of it. Um, but his girlfriend, she didn't like supplementation very much, so she started cooking for him, and he's kind of weaned out of supplementation. But that's still our spot. Like if we're gonna do like a dinner or something, like the two of us is like, hey, let's go to dinner. Okay, you want to go to supplementation? Yeah, let's go there. So we're actually just
Now
there
I've
a
never.
couple. What?
I don't think I've ever been, but now I want to go.
Too late.
You're making it sound like it's so good. But is it? It's
Two.
only soup that you eat?
No. So you go in when you walk in the door, you grab a tray and your plates, and they have a couple of like pre-made different salads, like a chicken Caesar, and then like I don't know, two other ones, whatever. And they have like then you keep walking, and they have like 3 or 4 different types of lettuce, and then they have just a bunch of different vegetables, cold vegetables, and they have some like cold noodles, and they have like broccoli and just a bunch of different stuff. And you keep going, and then they have like just different slaws and different like nuts and different things you can put on it, edamame, beets, beans, olives, pickles, everything. And they have like 10 different like dressings that you can pick. And then you go and you put that down at the table, and then you go get your drink. And then you go up and they have like a little pasta bar where they have like usually like 3 or 4 different pre-made pastas. I mean, it's not like high quality pasta or anything like that, and they don't have any meat, but macaroni
Oh,
and
they have no meat.
cheese. No,
So
and
it's
that's
all
why because
soup and salad.
pretty much. And then they have like maybe like 6 different soups, and they'll have like a chicken noodle soup that has like chicken in it, and they have like a chili that has like ground beef, and all their soups and stuff were so good. Um, and then you go over, they have a bakery, and they have like some like cheese pizza, like some focaccia breads. They have a couple of different like cold breads. They have a bunch of different like muffins, cornbread, brownies, and then they have the ice cream. Oh my gosh, they had baked potatoes. I'm gonna miss Soup Plantation, you
I know.
guys.
Look at you
My
reminiscing of
mouth is
everything
watering
they
right
have.
now.
Oh, but it sounds like it was enjoyable. I
Oh
don't.
my gosh.
They don't
What?
really have buffets here. They only have like Asian buffets here, but they're not very good at all. Like they don't compare to home. Like the food is cold and you have to microwave it.
What? At a buffet?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, it's not, and the people, and it's not like cheap either. It's like $30 for cold food. Yeah.
Hold on.
What?
Um,
What does the
I'm.
comment say?
You
Read
can't
it.
read these comments on Facebook. I can.
No, read
So,
it to me.
she says. So Fernando just described a salad bar, and then like the laughing face, and then he's always hungry. Another one. I thought you only ate chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's true.
Another one.
That's why I was kind of
Fernando's.
shocked.
I
I'm
think
like, wait,
Fernando's hungry. Hey, so it's Friday night, and guess what's for date night? What we're
oh
having for
wait,
dinner?
you guys are off
We've
quarantine now,
yeah.
so
No,
you can
like
go.
well, I mean things are still closed and everything, but I mean we can still like go out and get takeout or whatnot. But I mean we're not
Yeah,
locked
but I
up
mean, like,
inside.
but you can go outside without any worry. You can go
Yeah.
everywhere, wherever you want.
Well, I don't know about without any worry, but I mean
Well, I
yeah, we
mean,
can
without
still.
worry of getting pulled over. Like, what are you doing out here,
Oh,
or
no,
something
you
like
know
that.
what? It hasn't really been like that here. Like, I mean, there's been a lot of people that have been out. Um, like our beaches are still closed, at least in Long Beach. I think Orange County might be open.
Yeah, I saw that they
Um,
were open. They opened the three
yeah.
beaches: Seal Beach, Newport, and Huntington are open now.
I think, did I send you that video yesterday? So we went down to the Bluff in Long Beach for a run last night. And there was a lot of people down there, a lot of people. And they had a big sign, one of those like things on wheels and like a big, like a bulletin board that's like lit up. And
Uh-huh.
it said, you know, social distancing saves lives. Um, beach bike path is closed. But there were so many people on that bike path. They were just going around the sign and like around the cones and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And there was a lot of police. No one was enforcing it. I know I sent you that video of the beach yesterday, that minute long video. I don't know if you watched it. But like we went down to the sand. And I mean, I put the GoPro in the sand and I got like, you know, my video that I'm going to
But
be
you sent me that
posting.
video like 3 in the morning my time. So I mean, you have to forgive me for not
Yeah. And
watching.
what happens when you woke up?
I get distracted.
I bet. So, um, yeah, so the beaches are supposed to be closed, but I mean, there was quite a few people down there. There was other people on the sand, a ton of people on the bike path, and you know, I mean, the cops were all just driving around over there, and it was kind of sad. Like there was these people that are kind of sitting on the hill watching the sunset. They were dumb though. They had their tall cans, and I'm just like running the hill, and
They
sure
had their
enough,
tall
like
cans,
it's
like
a
beer.
tall can of beer, yeah, and they're
Okay,
sitting there
okay.
watching the sunset, and then I see this. It's just a dark gray Ford Explorer, you know, and all of a sudden it just turns these two like a solid blue and a solid red light on, and it pulled up right behind him, sitting there. And as I ran up the hill and then back down the hill and then up the hill and back down the hill, getting my workout, and I felt bad for them. I was like, oh, that sucks. They got tickets for drinking their beer,
Oh, well, at
but it's
least
their
only a
fault.
ticket.
Well, I mean,
I
it's a
know, but I mean,
ticket,
come on.
but that's
Why
like
would you drink a beer when you could drink a margarita?
a margarita. They probably just grabbed the beer from the store, like on the way down to the beach or something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's called a tall boy.
A tall
Thank
boy.
you. Thank you. I guess so. So, yeah, there was just a ton of people there. So, I don't know. I think like everything is gradually opening. I know like the city of LA is like gradually opening things too, and things are kind of changing. I know today started a more change. It's hot. It's been really hot. We have
Oh,
this heat wave going
lucky.
on right now. Yesterday, last night, like we had gone out to grab something to eat, and it was like 79 degrees, and I'm like, holy crap.
I missed that summer weather. I need to come back soon for the summer.
Yeah.
And then we can
So
go to, oh no, we can't do Souplantation. But I told you, I don't like those buffets. I want people to, I think they should do buffets now going forward, is where they serve you the food at the tables. So like they get people to come
yeah,
around and plate it for you.
like you have like a little checkoff sheet, and you're like, I'll take a salad with this lettuce. I'll take bell
Oh, actually, that's a
peppers.
good idea. That's even better. Because
But I
like
think
that,
that would
you would
just be
just have
very
to
time
order.
consuming. Like you sit down and you got to wait, you know? Like the
That's
thing
like
about
I'm
a
going to a
buffet,
normal restaurant. And you're still getting it
yeah,
buffet style, though.
yeah, and all you can eat. But I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been, I guess that could have been nice and a nice little try. But, or like you can walk up and just like point and they'll like put it on your plate for you
Oh,
as you
like at
walk
brunch. That's
around.
actually a good idea.
Yeah, but I don't know. And I mean,
Or
there's like a couple of other buffets that you know, I really do like. And I don't know what's going to happen like for Vegas. I mean, Vegas is, that's huge. Like when you go to Vegas,
oh,
the
I
lines are
didn't think
so
about
long
that.
for buffets. And that's your style, right? Like the $60 buffet.
Well, I was just saying that so that you don't get those people that are drinking the soup out of the ladles or putting their fingers in
Oh
things
my
like.
gosh.
Well, when you pay a certain price, those people that they don't want to embarrass themselves. So, but I mean, you never know. I mean, there are people that still would do that even if they pay that. But I do love a good a lobster champagne buffet or something like that. Because I do want a mimosa because they don't exist here. Every time I tell people about a mimosa here, they look at me like they're disgusted with me. Like they're so disgusted with me. They're like, why would you waste champagne? And I'm like, it's not a waste. Have you tried it before? They're like, no. And I'm like,
How
I'll
is the
make you one. They're
orange
like,
juice? How is the
it's the,
orange juice there though?
it's the same orange juices here.
Is it
Oh,
like
sorry.
fresh squeezed or is it like fresh
No,
squeezed?
you don't really find fresh squeezed juice here. You'll find just like the normal bottled orange juice that's been sweetened or that has pulp or no pulp. I
I
mean,
bet
nothing
you
special.
if I mean they grow oranges there? Can you find like fresh oranges?
Well, you could find them from Italy, or Spain, but they don't really. Even though they could probably grow them in the south, they don't.
So I bet you if you were to make like one of your friends or something, like if you were to get like a fresh orange juice, like or an orange and squeeze it, and you were to mix it with champagne and maybe not tell them what it is, I bet you they would like it.
I should try it though, but they probably would be disgusted. But I should probably do like a brunch and do one.
Ooh, that would be fun. So have you? I don't know. Have you ever heard of a Connie Stevens?
Yes, I
So
have.
so you take vodka. I think we actually talked about this. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
you take
I thought
vodka.
it was a
No,
person, Connie Stevens.
it is a person. But so you take
Okay.
a champagne and you
Uh-huh.
pretty much make a mimosa out of it. So you add the orange juice and then you take a shot of orange flavored vodka and you put it in. You mix it up.
What was that vodka you were talking about last time? It was the when you make the Molina, it's a cherry vodka, black cherry vodka.
Oh,
That's what you told us.
yeah, black cherry Grey Goose.
Oh, black cherry Grey Goose. I need to find
Black,
that still.
yeah, black cherry Grey
Black.
Goose or Stoli too. Like blueberry or raspberry Stoli is actually really good. So this drink, if you're wondering, you're gonna do Red Bull. You're gonna do
Mhm,
flavored vodka, so it'd be like a black cherry is the best, but you could do like a Stoli, raspberry or blueberry, and
mhm.
then a tiny bit of cranberry, and then a little like a splash of cranberry, and then like more than a splash of Seven Up. It is my
Or
favorite
Sprite,
drink.
yeah.
Yeah, or Sprite.
And then
My
they put a
favorite drink.
cherry in it sometimes. Remember?
Yes. So it depends what bar you go to. I have some bartenders that think that it's fancy, and they'll make like these like little trees like on the sticks, and they'll add like they're just friends and they're just goofing off. But like I'll get olives, I'll get limes, I'll get like an orange slice, and I mean it's
I want a
imagine like
cocktail
one of
right.
those all out Bloody Marys, just like when you have like everything on top of it. Like yeah, that's sometimes how my drink turns out.
No, the micheladas. You mean
No, a Bloody Mary. A bloody
micheladas? Because they put like the micheladas, they'll put like the candy, or they'll put like shrimp in it, or they'll put like all kinds of different things in
Well,
it.
I guess I'm enchiladas with beer though, and like a Bloody
Well,
Marys with vodka.
yeah, but they do they. Well, yeah, that's always with beer. You're right, because they have some micheladas that are with like a Bloody Mary mix,
Yeah. Well,
and
that's
then
yeah. A michelada is it's like a Bloody Mary but with
yeah, but with
beer
beer.
instead of vodka.
But
So
I was thinking because they have micheladas in Mexico that have no. It's just like lime juice
oh
with
really?
a tahini rim, and I love those as well.
I loved micheladas until I found out that they're made with clamato, and then it just grossed me out.
Oh, come
It
on.
ruined it for me.
Come on. They don't have to. It's not always come on. I think in the US, it's more than likely just going to be tomato juice.
No,
But
they
maybe in
actually
Mexico, it'll always be Clamato.
they I watched them make it, and
Because
that's how I knew because it came from a jar and it said clamato on it. And I was like,
yeah, but
oh
I'm saying
man.
it's not always Clamato though. Because sometimes they don't have Clamato. It's like you have to be like a Latin crowd that's going to want that. Usually, if they
Well,
use the Clamato. I
so there's
love
this
Clamato. I
bar.
get friends to bring it to me here.
There's this bar down the street from me, and they make them from scratch. Like they don't. It's not like on the menu or anything. But I seen somebody get one before, and I was like, "Hey, can I get one too?" And it was like $2 more, but they made it from scratch. It's like tomato juice and just some other crap, and it was actually really good. And I was like, all right. And they didn't use Clamato. They didn't have the Clamato. So I
Yeah, I
was like,
told
all
you it's
right.
not always tomato. You just have
Yeah.
to ask
So
him to say, just hold the clam juice because I'm
I'm
a
allergic.
seafood phobic type of person.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
Oh, that's a good lie.
Right. Um, Got to make it fresh.
I can't believe I can't believe there's 10 people watching us talk about. Come on. I think this is the
I like how
good.
we transitioned from lottery winnings to
Well,
Clamato.
well, that's what we're gonna do when you or I win the lottery. It's going to be, well, I hope not, because then we'll become alcoholics. It'll be cocktails, or let me not say this because then it'll be legally binding. He
Oh, if we
promised
tell
me
other
a bunch
people.
of cocktails, and then I'll be
Yes,
like, I
100
did.
of them.
Here's a here's a 6 pack of Budweiser.
Right? 6 of them. That's not a cocktail. That's a beer, buddy.
Yeah, six pack of Budweiser and a can of Clamato. That's what I
Hey,
promised.
hey, do you have Netflix?
Yeah, we went on this before.
So last night we started watching the show, and it's called Dating Around. Have you ever heard of it?
Nope.
So it's kind of interesting. It's one series or one season. I'm sorry. And pretty much every episode is a different thing. So it's like one person, and they go on like four dates, pretty much. They go on like in that night. So they'll date like four different people, and they'll decide which person they want to go on a second date with. And the end of the episode is when you see them meet up with that person, and you're like, oh, that's the person they picked. It was kind of cute. And it's like, I don't know,
Cool.
maybe 30, 40 minutes long. What?
Nothing. That was random.
I know. I just randomly thought about it, so I decided I would tell you.
I started. Did you watch Hollywood yet?
No.
The Ryan Murphy one.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. It started off kind of good, and then
Do you
yeah, I
watch
thought it
90
was
Day
gonna be real.
Fiance?
No, not
Oh
yet.
my gosh.
I keep
So
saying I want to, but
my
tell
mom,
me.
my mom would always tell me and like send me like little things like, "Oh my gosh, we're watching this, we're watching that, blah blah blah." And I'm like, that just sounds so stupid. And finally, we started watching it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's addicting. It's like so dramatic and just like so crazy." And it's just like, "All right, well, I got to watch the next episode." And so, and they're long. The ones that we're watching now are like 2 hours long every episode. But you've seen the memes of them. Big Ed, he's like the big guy, and he has like, I think we talked about it, like the no neck.
No, but I've seen that meme. Yeah, what's wrong with his neck? Is it a
He's
problem or?
he's just fat. He's a big guy.
Oh,
He's 4 feet 11. But it's a good show, actually. I was against it. I didn't want to watch it for the longest time. I kept saying no, 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 and finally I gave in. And I kind of wish I didn't because, like I said, it's addicting, and it's just like crap. Now we got to watch the next episode. I'm like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next?
would you ever be on the show?
On 90 Day Fiance?
Well, is it real or is it fake?
No, it's real. It's like a real show. But no, I
Well,
mean,
would you ever go on a show like that? Would you ever be a 90 Day Fiance?
probably not because you're meeting somebody that you met online, and then you're going across the world to find them.
Oh, so they already knew the person then.
Well, they met them online, and
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like you literally just show up to the house and be like,
no,
"Hi, I'm here. You ordered a bride
right?
or a groom."
Nicole, do you like Big Ed, the big boy? Um, Ozark, I haven't started watching that yet. Hang on. Or Dead to
I
Me. I
want to
haven't
start
even.
that as well.
Oh, hey, Freddie Nicole says hi.
Hello, Nicole. How are you?
Nicole, we're still waiting. We want that discount on that dog. So if you can reach out to your relative,
Wait,
that'd
so
be
you're really gonna get this
amazing.
dog?
Well, no. I would love to, but this dog was so cute. His name is Bear.
What
And
is
he was
he?
like he's a mix. He's like I think he was like a husky lab, something something, but he had a lot of
Oh,
little
that's
mixes
too
in
big
with
for
him.
your place, I think.
But he was recycled, so his owners like he was an owner surrender, and
Yeah.
in the comments it was like talking about how he's so lovey, blah 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 blah, but he's needy, and it was saying that he whines when you leave the room, and I was like, oh my gosh. But I was reading through the comments and the owner information or the person, the foster, and he had a very similar last name to my friend. And so I had sent her the thing, and I was like, "Are you related to this person?" Wait, what
Aw.
am I lying about?
But those huskies are, or if he's a husky, those dogs need like huge yards because they go crazy, don't they? Like they need to like run every day and all this type of stuff. I can't see what she's saying. You
Yeah,
have
but
to read it out loud.
so you liar, you're getting a dog. I'm famous. Oh my gosh, hi. Never watched it. I like the memes. Fern Big Pimpin, Big Boy. Oh my gosh, hi. You liar, you're getting a dog. Dog, what dog? Dead to Me is a good show to watch. I need one. Don't lie to the public. Nicole, I need a dog. Aren't we all needy?
I
You're
told
getting a
you don't
dog.
lie to the Republic. That's something I would say.
Huskies tear up yard, big holes.
Yeah.
So, Nicole, we are still waiting for the friends and family discount. So if you can reach out to him, and I mean,
Wait,
just tell him, hey, this dog whines too much. So I mean,
hold
fifty
on.
percent off sounds about good. What?
Why do you need a discount for a dog? How
Because it's
much is
seven
this
hundred
dog?
and fifty
What?
dollars.
For a
I
month?
know. Yeah, it's a rescue. It's not like a breeder or anything like that. It's from a rescue. Everyone is from a rescue. So these people actually they rescue the dogs from different shelters or strays or Mexico or whatever it is. Or if somebody can't keep the dog, they will turn it into the shelter. Or, I'm sorry, to the fosters or to the shelter.
Why don't you just
And
put it
then
like the classified ads and get a free dog?
they don't have
Free
free
to a good
dogs.
home.
What's that?
Free to a good home. You know those people who always lie. Oh, we're moving.
Right? Yeah. There's
You
people
know,
that, there's other, I was reading a lot of things, people trying to rehome dogs. They're probably just bad dogs. A lot of them
no
were
such
like,
thing as a bad
oh,
dog. Bad owners.
yeah, true. But the thing is, when you get a dog that is already a year old, sometimes it's hard to change their habits or to
Yeah.
teach them one way or another. But
As long
yeah,
as they're
I
housebroken
agree.
and they don't chew things, you should be okay.
Yeah. So, hang on, let's see what else are they saying.
Is there like a whole chat going on in that room and I don't even know? I'm not even there to
Yeah.
see anything.
All right. Good luck painting, Nicole. Have fun with that. Don't sweat too
Bye,
much.
Nicole.
So, a lot of the rescues actually, because they're puppies. So this dog was only 2 months old. So a lot of the rescues charged more for the puppies. And when the dogs are older, like there was a lot of dogs for like 99 bucks. It does include their shots, microchipping, and getting fixed. Someone was like, that's high for a
Oh,
rescue.
okay.
So I was reading through about the different rescues and stuff. And I mean, they pay for the fosters, they pay them to all the food and stuff. They're saying it costs about 15 bucks a day that they
The
pay
fosters
to the
get paid?
person, I guess. And it's probably just, different supplies or different things. I don't know
Why
what
don't
they're
you do
paying for.
I would say, why don't you do that? Like, because remember I told you when I was a kid, I used to foster animals just so I could
I
have an animal because I wasn't allowed to have an animal.
I would get too attached to it. I wouldn't want to give it away. I would want to keep it. So like if I was
That's
fostering
the
like
point.
this
That's
little
why they
dog,
usually want people to foster them because then you're like, I'll just keep him.
well, a lot of the animals that we were looking at online were actually in a foster right now. So like they're all still available. But
You could foster one.
right,
You
I
could be
could,
someone's foster daddy.
but then I wouldn't want to give it back when, it finds a home. I wouldn't want to be like, "All right, bye little guy." But at the same time, that would actually be a very good way just to like have a temporary pet and to always have
Yeah.
a puppy.
Well, yeah, but well, that's true as well. But it's also good because you have to see how it would go with your life. I mean, having a dog and having to always be home and take your dog out, and I mean, what would you do when you are on your boat?
Oh, well, the dog would come with us on the boat.
Oh, well, that's true because you'd have your 58 million. So
So,
I
right.
guess yeah.
Yeah, build a garden on the boat for the dog. No, I actually,
I've seen.
that was actually something that I did think about. Just like in the future, I was like, if I did have a boat, if I and did travel or whatever on the boat, like, would it be possible to have a pet? Could you
Yeah.
have a dog? And I was like, what if I had a cat and the cat lived on the boat with me? Like, do you think the cat would try to jump off into the water?
No, there's a lot of people who have cats on their boats.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people have small dogs and small cats on their boats. Even some people have birds.
Really?
Some have
I'd be afraid my
snakes.
bird would fly away.
Mm, where would it fly to? If you're in the middle of the ocean, your bird has to be pretty dumb to leave.
Yeah. Um. Well, I am gonna send you to before I forget. I need you to remind me. Is I took my drone out sailing one day, and I didn't think too much about it, and so we stopped in and
You lost your drone in the
no,
ocean.
I was out flying my drone, whatever, and just like took some pictures and some videos, and we were just having fun, whatever. And when I came to land, um, it was so windy, and because like the sails and everything were taking up so much space on the actual boat, when I was trying to land, the boat was kind of swaying a little bit, but we were heaved too. So I mean, we were stopped in place. We weren't moving at all.
Like this?
Kind of. That's kind of how the boat was doing a little bit of rocky motion, but we weren't moving at all. We weren't going forwards or backwards. We were just kind of dead in the water. But it was so windy, and I had such a small space to land. I honestly, I thought I lost my drone. I was like, "There's no way I'm going to land this thing right now," and it was so scary. And it was a very intense experience. I will say
So
that.
you couldn't
But
just go ahead and just catch your drone?
no, because the way that my drone is, it has the four legs that go out. It has four propellers, and so if you were to just kind of reach up and grab it, the propellers are still going. And when it's windy, it has auto stabilization. So if I go to grab it and it shifts, you can't even see my hand. I go to grab it and it shifts. There's a good chance that I'm gonna get my finger chopped. And the propeller doesn't. It's not like a soft propeller or anything like that. So when it hits your finger, I mean, it could knock. I don't know. I'm sure it could. It could chop my finger off. But I've actually seen different videos and stuff like on YouTube. Just like I watched some crazy stuff, but
Yeah.
of somebody's like finger that had gotten hit by the blade of a propeller.
Ooh.
So it's kind of scary. And I did a crash landing when I did it. I need to learn how to do the auto shut off. So there's a way on mine where you can like change the knobs kind of, where if you like point them at a certain direction and hold it there for a couple of seconds, it does shut the engines off. But I don't know exactly how, and it kind of scares me if I accidentally do that.
Did you remember to click the like button
The like button,
and subscribe? We're
right?
trying to get to 100 subscribers right now.
Yeah, you guys. So we're trying to get to 100 subscribers. So if you don't follow us, we would love it if you guys would just go onto our YouTube. Easiest way to find us is just in your box, type in www.fernandoandfreddyshow.com. And that goes directly to our YouTube page. If you don't follow us, we would love it if you would just go right on there, and just hit that subscribe button. Got to be logged into your Gmail account. And if you like our videos, you can just give us a thumbs up. And if you don't, it's okay. You can give us a thumbs down too. We totally understand. But we're just trying to build our base right now, and we are trying to get to 100 subscribers.
I'll do the zeros. You do the one.
Do the zeros and the one. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for joining us today. This has been another episode of the Fernando and Freddy Show.
Thanks for watching.
Why isn't this working?
We're still live.